Alrighty, my juicy jams and jellies, we're going to be kicking off today's session with a half kneeling windmill. Now, because this is coming later in the session, it's just a good time to practice the coordination of it. So join me in this half kneeling base, if you would. Same side that the knee is up, we're going to hold our fist in the sky. Keep your eyes on the fist and think about rotating your torso and then dropping the elbow towards the floor. You might just go that far, but if you can, and you've got the range through the hips and the spine, you can drop all the way to the forearm. So take our time. We've got this rotating, trunky, hingy position. And again, this gives you a good idea as to where you might go.
Halfway there.
Such as me coming to the hand there, I could then lower to the elbow. That might be a nice way of you building confidence throughout this range of motion. Hand, elbow, or somewhere
10
in between.
seconds.
Obviously, we'll be holding a dumbbell when we come to do the full shebang.
Rest.
A lot of today's work will be combining typical muscle stuff for the back and then spine stuff for the mobility pairings and portions of the work.
Round 2.
Forgive yourself if you feel stiff through this area. It relies a lot on ability for the upper spine, the thoracic spine here, to rotate, which is, as I often point out, subject to much neglect in modernity, as is just about every joint in our body, but stuff like this will probably really highlight that. And that's okay, that's why you're here, to get an incredibly productive 30 minutes in your day where we can address these things.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Rest.
Now, similarly there, we're going to do something that's coming up later in the session. We're going to be doing a bridge pullover today. Now, because we're not going to be relying on a bench, we will have a shorter range of motion than if we're on a bench, but nonetheless, we can still get lots of benefits. I want you to come into this bridge.
Round 3.
In this instance, we're going to have our hands clasped. I just want you to reach over, tap your hands, and then bring them back. Again, getting your coordination and positioning down for when we do actually do this with the dumbbell, as well as preparing that upward rotation of the shoulder blade.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
And next up, we're going to look at some T-spine extension. We're going to do this in our typical cat-cow quadruped base. However, I want you to tuck the tailbone and keep it there. So don't let the lower back get involved in the typical portion. So we're going to be in this position, and from here,
Round 4.
you're just going to think, without letting that lower spine get involved, extend through the upper back, and then flex through the upper back. Don't worry if that lower back gets involved, but we just want to try and limit the movement to there instead of there.
Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Okay, and then finally, because we've got some bent over rows coming today, we're going to practice our bent over hinge position. So soft knees, butt back, long spine. In this instance, we're going to be going W. So here,
Last round.
and I just want you to think about scraping your thumbs along the ceiling into a Y shape, and then keep that high position as you then pull your elbows towards your pockets, squeeze that upper back, rinse, repeat. Even stuff like this into itself, articulating the joints with a particular level of tension, can feel super tough. Should really feel that in the shoulders.
Halfway there. Ten seconds.
Good. So now we've got that minute 15 to get ourselves ready. We've got these every 3 minute on the minute blocks, and we're doing 3 of them. This is nice because you can choose how many reps you want to do. You're not bound to a clock. So we're going to do a bent over row, dumbbells, squeezing up, controlling down, like so. I'd ideally want you to be good for that in the 8 to 12 rep range. If you want to go a bit lighter and do more reps towards 13, 14, 15, cool. Similarly, if you want a bit more support, you can sit your bum back against a wall and do like this. That might be nice. Instead of having to hover here, takes a little bit of pressure out the lower back. You could do a single arm variation, but it's going to gobble up a bit of more of our time than I had intended, because then we're also going to do 5 half kneeling windmill left and right, rest for whatever we've got left of that minute before repeating. So whatever your choices, let's get ourselves ready. I'm going to be doing, again, confident pulls, thinking about driving my shoulders back and down, and then controlling down for a couple of seconds, rinse, repeat. Probably go for a set of 12 with my 20 kilo dumbbells here.
Let's go.
Okay, I like that, felt good. I'm going to grab 12.5 for my first set on the windmill. Slow and steady, keep that arm active and punching up. Nice.
Halfway there.
Felt good. So now I have whatever's left of this, so a minute before we're going to do it all again. Not loads of rest, but an adequate amount given the time between that first set of rows and so on. Yeah, I'm going to increase the weight and just gauge the reps accordingly. Probably 8 to 10. Because my next weight up is 30 kilos, quite a big jump. Again, we'll be exploring loads of row variations. Given that we don't have access to a vertical pull that you might with a pull-up or a lat pull-down, I like to get different variety in the rows, different positions, different opportunities for different kinds of work. Like here, it will be more limited by my ability to hold the bent over position than to fatigue the lats. Hey ho, that's okay. Trade-offs. Trade-offs happen. Okay. Ooh.
Round 2.
Oh yeah. But good, I liked it. What's next? I'm going to go a little heavier with my windmill. Get one of these 20s going. Oh yeah. Oh.
Halfway there.
Nice. So now with a couple of sets under our belt, we should, if we haven't already, have an idea of what a challenging set is. So if you haven't had a really challenging set, let's make this last one that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I love this format. Really nice, really nice. Getting it all done in 30 minutons. It is gloomy. It is gloomy here in London town. Such will be the way for another, what feels like 9 months, I think. We'll just have to find our sunshine from within. Okay, last set coming up, 15 seconds.
10 seconds.
Ooh. Lovely jobs.
Round 3. Last round.
That was me toasted. Come on, Jasper, stop messing around. Here we go. Left side first.
Halfway there.
Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay. About 2 minutes of rest here, which is nice. Get fully recovered, discuss what's coming next. Just in case it's still working, I'll keep things slow for a second. Do an owie here. So next up we've got our 60-second fixed work windows. That's a long time. I really like them, however, because if you're on the lighter side, light to moderate, you could push all the way up to the 60 seconds. Certainly what I'm going to aim to do. But if you feel like you've got an abundance left in the tank, when you hit that 60-second limit, that's a cue to increase your weight on the next set, because we just do that twice through. So nice and simple.
10 seconds.
60 seconds, we're going to do an alternating reverse fly, but we're going to do it in a quadruped base. You could go bent over if you want, like we were just doing with the rows, but nice to just mix up that base position, not to put too much force through that lower back in that same position. And we're going to alternate side to side. I think I'm going to go 5 kilos, which is pretty light, but we're going to be doing the following. So, keep tall in the chest. You don't want to be down here. And I'm going to raise out to the side like a T shape. Small muscle. You could consider we're working the shoulders, not just back and biceps, but I'm putting this in with the back of the body. So we're going like that, but alternating one at a time. I should be able to make it all the way to 60 seconds, then maybe I'll grab my new 7.5s for the next one. 30-second rest. Then we'll be doing that bridge pullover, but holding a dumbbell. Okay? So let's get started with these guys.
Let's go. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
It's a long time, right? It wasn't easy, but I'll try going heavier on the next one. So with that bridge pullover, I'm just going to grab a 12.5. Now I want you to hold this wherever you feel confident. If it feels better to hold your dumbbell like that, just know you're going to hit the floor pretty quickly, yeah? Which is fine, because crush grip, like I'm going to try, can feel a little bit vulnerable. Let your elbows be slightly bent, reach back, just go as low as feels good, maybe touch the floor, and pull back. Yeah, we got some lats in here. I mean, I really like it for shoulder mobility. No dropping dumbbells on faces, please. Fun fact, that's the only black eye I've ever had in my life. Dropped a dumbbell on my eye when I was 17, doing a pullover. 15 years ago.
Ten seconds.
Okay,
Rest.
so that was nice. That is more logistically challenging. Unless you were able to hold weight that really did challenge you. I might try going 2 dumbbells, pronated next time, see how that feels. Because then I could get a couple of extra kilos by using these 7.5s. Very exciting. Second time using these guys. Cool, same again for us here. Let's push it, let's push it.
Round 3. Halfway there. Ten seconds. Rest.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to try my 2 dumbbell method, see how we get on. It will change the position of the shoulder joint from that more neutral shape, which tends to be comfy. Pronated will slightly internally rotate that shoulder, so prone to feeling a little strange perhaps. We'll see. Last one.
Last round.
I got more range of motion, which is nice.
Halfway there. 10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Rest.
Alright, that was a little more like it. So, minute and change rest, so I can describe what we're doing next. Similar every 3-minute window, this time just 2 of them. Again, gives us flexibility around certain movements, how long they're going to take. Alternating curl to start with, that will allow us to go a little bit heavier, taking our time. 8 to 12 per side is the sweet spot there, but like I said, that will be the longer of the sets. I'm going to try 20 kilos there, good and heavy. Then we come into elbow supination to pronation. I would hold light pairs of dumbbells and just do this kind of until you don't want to do it anymore, which is basically turn the palms up as much as we can, twisting the thumb out, and then turn the palm down, twisting the thumb in that way. You can just hold your dumbbell handles, or you might find, like I'm going to try and do, something kind of like that. Tell you what I would do actually, if you can, put your pinky up against the bottom of the handle, which just means you'll get a deeper supination, pronation stretch when we come to do it. We're going to hold that at 90 degrees to the body. And then we've got a standing rotation for 10 aside, for a little bit of core and spine rotation. Okay, curls are up.
Let's go.
You can play around with different positions, but generally just that rotating, alternating position. That's what we're after. Make sure you fully straighten your arm at the bottom, keeping your elbow reaching forward to get the best tension profile on the way down. I think that was 10 apiece for me. Not bad. I'm going to go with these guys. So I'm here, I supinate, I pronate, and I just try and keep control of that throughout. This is for elbow joint health. Take your time, slow and smooth. Obviously your arms are going to be blowing pretty soon.
Halfway there.
Okay. I'm just going to go 7.5 for my rotations. I'm going to shoot for 10 per side. Soft knees, just nice and square. Let a little bit of rotation happen and just go in that arc. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, Okay. That was okay. I'll go heavier on the next one. 40 seconds. We'll do it all again. And then we're done. We're done. Look at that. So efficient. We'll do a couple of stretches at the end. Child's pose and stuff. Lovely. Feeling good.
Seconds. Round 2, last round.
Owie. Fine. Okay, I think that's it. Ooh. I'll try a little heavier for these old chestnuts. It definitely burns. Oh, come on. Oh, just in time, the rain is coming.
Halfway there.
Okay. More like it. Oh, lovely. Listen, you may still be working, and that's okay. Of course it is. I'm going to start doing my stretches. You can join me when you're ready. I'm just doing a couple of key poses, like I said, for back and biceps primarily. Oh, nice. That was great. All right, let's block the back off. Pop the bum down on the heels, reach your arms forward, so child's pose.
10 seconds.
And then I'm going to walk them over to the right first, keeping the arms long, checking in with that long stretch on the outside of my left side. Oh yeah. Head to the floor and just breathe deep into that stretch. We'll go for the usual 5 breaths in and out, slow and steady. Shuffling over to the other side. Oh, yes. Okay. Now you can either do just regular passive shoulder extension here. So just walk your hands back until you feel a good stretch across the biceps, shoulder, chest. We don't want any pulling pain in the elbow, so moderate accordingly. I'm going to try floating my bum up a little bit and popping it forward like so. Oh yes. Okay. Well, that was a gas. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. And I'll see you next time for legs. All right. As ever, I appreciate you being here, your time, your trust, your attention. If there's anything I can do for you, please drop me a comment below. And if you haven't already, introduce yourself. I love to meet my training partners.